for all that you guys do. All the support. We're here for you guys. And of course, if you anything we can do to make this experience better for you guys, definitely let us know. Join our Discord, and let us know what we can do.
Could not be done without you guys' support.
Absolutely.
Really appreciate it.
And so we're gonna hop over here. We got looking for the band, the Storm band, right out of the gate, of course.
Get her out of here as fast as possible.
I mean, it's just crazy that she goes from not being picked to now being the #1 banned character. I mean, it's just kind of insane to me.
From her last patch, just if you had a team that could play really well around her, but now that she got all those massive buffs, it's just like now you just have her on her team and she's instant value just by existing.
Seeing a Namor ban, I don't think we've seen a Namor ban at all. Not sure if that band had some strategy behind or some reasoning behind it. I mean, to me, it didn't seem like that was necessarily the best band, but maybe they are targeting someone on the other team.
Yeah, likely targeted ban. I mean, as strong as Namor is, there's just other characters to ban over him, right? Unless you're planning to play a heavy flank style, because go for it, I guess. But locking the Magneto. Interesting. I don't know why we've seen Magneto banned and locked now. So is that like a player preference thing, or I wonder why they're so adamant at making sure Magneto's on their team or not in the game at all.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure the reason behind that. I mean, yeah, very interesting choices. What's the record today for SoulForge? I think they've only lost one match, if I'm not mistaken. They're 4-1 across the rounds. So they lost one match against Intergalactic.
Yeah, Intergalactic. But we'll see as the team comps formed here, getting proper on the Hela. Atlas on the Moon Knight. Haven't seen Moon Knight yet today. We did see him get banned once, but haven't seen him actually being played yet. No more ban is new for me. Yeah, new for me as well. Not someone I would think you would ban over Hela Hawkeye, although he can in some places be very strong. Like, I think on this map he actually is really good because he has those high grounds he can play on and place his turrets on. Sometimes his turrets can be really hard to get to without being forced into a really aggressive position that could get you killed. So I think he does work very well on this map. But we'll see how that ban plays out.
Yeah, it's an interesting ban. I mean, like you said, when you think about the entire cast, it's like, do we ban this? I don't know. I don't see it. Like I said, I haven't watched Nekospresso, and so maybe there's somebody there that they want to get rid of and kind of make him do a second pick. But either way, we're hopping into it.
I can still take out any of you chumps.
We had the Moon Knight. We haven't seen too many Moon Knight plays, so very curious to see how this is going to be. I think Moon Knight is a good pick too, especially when you go against teams that that like to play tight, right? They group up together. I mean, the ricochet ability that comes from his primary attack is just so well. Not to mention the Ankh that can get that extra bounce. And you've seen a very, very large, wide flank coming from Nekospresso here. I mean,
yeah, they're completely flipping the map on them. Unfortunately, they did lose their Hela in this rotation, which could... Oh, and they get pulled off the point by Susan Storm. Or sorry, pulled off the high ground by Susan Storm. The Wolverine completely shredding Felicity right now. Able to survive somehow with having the entire team on him, basically.
Oh my goodness. Stickit is just turning Felicity into straight chopsticks on the Groot. Just chopping him up left and right. And now they're down a Vanguard, and Felicity actually switching over to the Venom as FlashFire tries to find a way to continue to hold down and defend the point.
See, Felicity does find BC. That could be a fight-winning pick right here for them. If you lose Atlas, and then their Magneto's done as well, and it looks like FlashFire is still able to hold this.
Yeah, so with the Magneto all looking to really just single somebody out. Else, no one was really grouped up. Unfortunately, the invisible boundary came out from Nekospresso, kind of obstructing a little bit of what so he can see, and threw the ult down, did not get anybody, and so now they're even though they didn't get anyone, they still have control of the point on their side to be able to kind of defend, and so now Nekospresso trying to see what they can do on attack number 2.
Kids are now swapping over to the Adam Warlock. Hopefully should be able to get more mileage out of that. The Eye of Agamotto comes out and finds their entire backline almost. And Malfin's able to find both Kaiser and Proper. And once again, Neeko is sent back to their spawn room.
Very nice, was it?
Really impressive team fights here. If I had to say, it might be some of the highest level of play we've seen so far. And it's certainly highest level team coordination.
Yeah, I mean they're doing very, very well if I'm together, and like I said, typically that works good in their favor unless you have a Moon Knight, but they opt to get rid of their Moon Knight. I think like you mentioned earlier, going for the Star Lord here. Now he's looking, kind of just waiting in the back line, see if he can try to find a pick somewhere. Now he goes in, trying to take out the Cloak and Dagger.
Proper is just spamming those hella primary fire down onto them.
Yeah, 3 characters have that height currently, but that's not going to do them any good when you're trying to get to the point, right? They got to find a way to take some members out and actually get on the point, start making some progress. I mean, they haven't even gotten a tick yet.
They have not, and we see them going into this last fight. Neeko's going to have 4 ults on the board here, and FlashFire almost has 6. So this is not looking great for Neeko in the ult economy aspect. And we see as all the ult come out. No one's died quite yet. The Star Lord comes through, Agamotto comes through onto the back line, fighting Cilantro. And we see now FlashFire already has 2 picks. That both res, but then they get another 3. And it just, the BC's just getting all over them.
Oh my goodness. Beastie on the Winter Soldier. Bucky is just going crazy, and that ult from him was just straight game changer there at the end. The momentum shift, able to keep and hold it down, and they were able to hold Nekospresso off.
And although Nekospresso did get held pretty hard there, what I like to see that, or sorry, let me try that again. What I like to see from them was that they each push they tried something different, right? Many times in these past matches we've seen, a lot of teams will just try and push through the same doorway every single time, just hitting a brick wall and not get any progress. At least, the first time they tried to flip the map on them by walking all the way around, and it didn't work. And then they tried to set up dives on that building, and it didn't quite work. And then they tried to push through the door, just the front door. And although none of it worked, they tried different plans. And I think that definitely had much more chance of a victory than trying to push through the same choke over and over and over.
Yeah, and the famous, in the words of a famous prophet, dust yourself off and try again, right? And so they tried again. And from different angles, different strategies, the team comp wasn't able to make something happen out of it, but they at least were able to give it a shot, right? And that's what you got to see. You got to have adaptability. You got to be flexible, and don't want to continue to try the same thing over and over, and just see if there's a way that you can actually poke in. And so you're going to see here a portal come out from Malfin.
Malfin dropping the portal, flipping the map. It's able to get here much faster and safer than when Neeko tried to do it, thanks to that portal. Although we see now Proper just stuffing this doorway here with the turret as their tanks now push through, trying to find a pick. Malfin pushing pretty hard here, taking a lot of damage, but able to make it back to his team and get healed back up. And Beastie finds Felicity. And Malfin finds Cilantro. This is not looking good for Neeko right now. as the fight moves to the point.
And they only have to get the one tick, and there it goes. They were able to find a way in and secure that, and just like that, this match has now come to its conclusion.
And with that, so has the tournament for today as well. But take a look at the stats here.
Yeah, I
Oh
think.
my god,
And when
8,000 healing.
when you come in and you would look at the in-game stats, you know, some numbers here look good and some numbers here are not the best, right? Not necessarily you want to see for your team. You know, they tried and tried from different angles, and they just weren't able to find the path that was going to be beneficial for them. And of course, FlashFire was just the dominant force in this game.
And you know, given the circumstance, it's been a long day. You've had to
Very
do
true.
6 rounds straight now.
Very true.
We didn't see the other rounds. I'm sure there's been much better play from Nico, and we can't wait to see that in the future. But for now, have to think back on this defeat, think how it went wrong, think how you can change up your plans to figure this out, and maybe beat FlashFire next time y'all meet.
Absolutely.